Hi, Max Green here from verticalgardeningideas.net, bringing you another tutorial. You could construct a tomato cage out of a cattle panel by laboriously cutting it up rod by rod into 2-foot sections and then wiring or welding 4 sections together to form the cage. You could create 2 individual tomato cages from one panel using this method. However, if you have the space, it is much easier to place 2 cattle panels side by side in parallel, each panel supported by 3 T-posts, allowing you to support 6 to 12 individual tomato plants depending on variety. You also maintain intact panels, which can be easily detached from the T-posts and put to other uses at some future time. Even if this is your first time doing this, it should take you about half an hour. We'll go through the process in this tutorial. Cattle panels come in 2 distinct types. The first features equal spacing between the horizontal rods, and the second features gradient rod spacing. That is, the space between any 2 horizontal rods increases as you go higher up the panel. This gradient spacing keeps animals both large and small contained or excluded. You will attach the panels to steel supporting rods commonly used for field fencing known as T-posts. People often wonder why these are called T-posts. If you look at the photo before you, the answer becomes obvious. The T-post cross-section is shaped like the letter T. The first step is to find an area sufficiently large to place your tomato cage in. If you intend to amend the soil with compost or other bulky additions, do it before the panels are in place. Next, lay the cattle panel on the ground with one edge placed where you want the bottom of the panel to lie. Mark the locations where the T-posts will be set. The first at the point where the second vertical rod lies, the next aligned to one of the middle rods, and the last at the point where the next to last vertical rod meets the ground. Once the locations are marked, pound each of the 3 T-posts into the ground with the bottom plate and the nubs facing the panel. You may wish to move the panel aside a short distance so it will not interfere with the driving of the posts. You can either utilize a post pounding tool or a sledgehammer to drive the posts. In the case of taller posts or shorter people, the person pounding in the posts may need to stand a couple of feet off the ground by using a small ladder, a chair, or preferably an aluminum platform. Drive each post into the ground to the point where that post plate lies beneath the surface of the ground. This will prevent the post from twisting. Try to pound each post in as close as possible to vertical. Now, pick up the panel and align the second vertical rod from the panel's edge to the first T-post and secure it near the top to the post using either wire or fencing clips. If the post isn't quite vertical, just pull it from the top so it aligns with the panel's vertical rod where it will be attached. Go to the other end and align the post there to the panel's next to last vertical rod. Likewise, secure it near the top. Repeat this for the middle post, then add the wire or clips along the bottom of each post. Each post should be attached to the panel secured at the top and the bottom. Grab a tape measure and mark the spots for the second panel's posts. Measure your preferred distance, typically 18 to 30 inches, perpendicular to panel 1 from each post holding panel 1. Pound in and secure the post just as you did for the first panel. That's it. You're ready to plant. For additional pictures, articles, and tutorials, just check our site at verticalgardeningideas.net. Remember, it's .net, not .com.